All right, this is my first video on my favorite person from gay history that you should probably know about, but definitely don't. His name is Craig Rodwell. Craig moved to New York City in 1958 when he was 18 years old. All the guy wanted to do was volunteer for the Mattachine Society, which was the only known gay rights organization at the time, and works his way up to being vice president. And he has a dream for them. He wants the Mattachine Society to open a bookstore. Not just a bookstore though, a place where the gays could find community. They might even offer counseling services. They could use it as a fundraising place to raise money for different events or other LGBTQ organizations. And the powers that be at Mattachine were like, that's a little radical for us. We're gonna pass. And Craig decided he was gonna open this bookstore on his own. He finds the perfect location at 291 Mercer Street. It was big enough to be a bookstore, but even more importantly, and this is my favorite part, the storefront had a huge plate glass window, meaning the gays going into the bookstore could be seen by the people outside. You'd be making a conscious choice announcing yourself as a gay person. And in 1967, this was an incredibly brave and revolutionary thing to do. Just the act of walking into this bookstore made you an activist because somebody might see you. This was why the Mattachine Society was so afraid. And Craig's dream came true. The cutest part of the story is that his mom, Marion, who accepted him all of his life, he came out to her when he was a teenager. She came to New York on Thanksgiving weekend, 1967, and the night before they opened, she and Craig stocked all the shelves with all the books, and the next day they opened. And this bookstore was a major success. It became the meeting place that Craig always wanted it to be. It's where the beginning meetings for the planning of what became the very first Pride March happened right after Stonewall in 1969. Craig died of stomach cancer in 1993. He owned the bookstore right up until like weeks before he died. The bookstore stayed open until 2009. When I first moved to New York, I basically lived there. I was there all the time. The last owner was a woman named Kim Brinster, and she and I and a couple of other people at the very end were doing fundraisers and everything we could to try to keep the bookstore open. It is my great dream to bring the bookstore back. But that is the story of the Oscar Wilde Memorial Bookshop and why it was this important, beautiful, revolutionary place that I am still obsessed with. Oh, and if you're loving these gay history videos, you gotta go follow the Making Gay History podcast. It was founded and hosted by my dear friend, the great historian Eric Marcus. The Gay History Podcast is a wealth of gay history knowledge.